guests of honor today, the graduates of today, the young men of today, the parents, the fathers, the mothers, your relatives, brothers and sisters who are in this room, wazee, kiongozi na daktari hapo, all the invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Amjambo. Amjambo. Jamge. Jamge. But it gives me great pleasure today to be amongst you for this very important and auspicious occasion. I had occasion this morning to have a chat and a talk with these young men. We had a candid talk, we sat down for over an hour, and I was able to really see, and I can attest to what most speakers have said, that they have been taught well. And I want to appreciate the work of their teachers. Wherever they are, please clap for the teachers. They did a marvelous job. And clap for the parents also, especially the fathers. And their mothers too. I want to speak to them first before I... Now, gentlemen, we spoke in the morning and we agreed that I want to see you many years from today. And I want each one of you to give a good account of yourself. And they promised me, because they're very keen to ask me my journey, where I came from, why and how I became an ambassador, my schooling, which school I went to. They were very keen. And I told them everything, and I told them if it was possible for me, it will also be possible for them. And they said it will. We agreed that they are going to work on the narrow and straight. We agreed that they will say no to any untoward behavior. We agreed that no is a very simple word, N-O. It takes one to marshal all the capabilities he has and the boldness and the courage to say no to any temptation, no to any untoward behavior. And they promised me that they will say no to any wrongdoing, any bad practice, any bad influence. Clap for them. Gentlemen, this is a cultural process that we've gone through. It is something that your fathers went through, as has been said, something your forefathers went through, and it is incumbent upon you to take the baton today and carry forward. You are the link between the past and the future. You are in you carry everything that your fathers and the forefathers have. And whatever you're given by your fathers and your grandfathers, you have a duty. Nasio tafadhali, you are studying Swahili. It is not a choice. It is incumbent upon you to pass whatever you learn from your father to your children. So you've got to have that duty. Culture is something that identifies a community. A community without a culture cannot be called a community. And one must be proud of the culture of your community. Many times when I go around in DC and I meet many communities, I met a Jew, a Jewish person, business person, and we had a candid talk. And I asked him, is it true that the Jews are more wiser, they are better, they are chosen to be more smarter than everybody else? Because everywhere Jews are, they excel. If it's in business, if it is in politics, if it is in administration, they are always excelling. He told me, no, we are just ordinary human beings. It is that we have a sense of community. We talk to our children. We belong to a community. From the time a child is small, we talk to our children. We take them to art school. We teach them about how our fathers, how our tradition is. And that makes a difference. So I want to thank the people who thought of this process, that aligns to what that person says. That if you bring the community together and inculcate a sense of community to these young men, they will become more cohesive, they will become, they will listen to you. And chances are, they will succeed. So what you are doing today is very important. The mothers today, Muko. Kina mama Muko. Now, you are being handed over today, young men, brand new young men. You have a duty to also continue supporting them. Support them, because this is not the end of learning. They will continue learning. They have to know how to fit into society. Encourage them, don't discourage them. It is so easy to say, even you, the way you are staying, it's like you are not told anything. Yeah? It's so easy for mothers to say, but please just encourage them and hold their hands. Same to the fathers. Continue holding them and mentoring them, because mentoring is a continuous process. I was talking to Dr. Ben there about, the decision to bring this culture practice here in the US. And he was telling me that they suddenly decided that they better do it here where they are, rather than going back home. Every time they want to do some ceremonies, they go back home. They said, we better do it here. And I say, that is good, that is wonderful. And then my challenge is, you talked about MIOT. MIOT, Council of Elders. Why don't you, and this is to Wazee, why don't you form a MIOT, Council of Elders, US chapter? Isn't that possible? MIOT, Council of Elders, US chapter. And then I want to promise you, as an ambassador, I'm going to liaise with the MIOT of Kenya so that they come. We can facilitate the older men, the MIOT of Kenya, to come and launch the chapter of the US here. Because what you're doing is important. And I want to thank the communities I've had, Assis, Kotapka. The other day I met KO, and I see a very organized community. That is the diversity, small groups that together, they come together and they become strong and they build a community. When I came in last year, I took my time to study all the communities in Kenya. And I have worked with all the communities in Kenya. Because you know what? I am the ambassador of every Kenyan here in the US. So I have seen every other community, and every community is proud of his or her own culture. They are very happy, and when I'm not just an ambassador, I am also a community member of Kalenjin. I am proud twice, as an ambassador, as a Kalenjin. And I'm happy to be amongst my people. Sendio, me netia, agone, karara netia, Jilioni, yes, if you took the magic, Aramagamiu, me the mamie, so people, we don't want to say much today because of celebrations. I know the young men want to go and they can't wait to go home, I'm sure. So I want to say one or two things of what we do as an embassy. As the Embassy of Kenya, we try our level best. Personally, as an ambassador, I try my level best to ensure that I become that bridge between the Kenyans here and back home. and the government of Kenya. And I have gone around and I've seen Kenyans, and I'm very proud of you Kenyans. I am very proud. Can you clap for yourselves, please? Everywhere I go, I see good accolades, good words about Kenya. The Kenyans, wherever they work, if it is in the health industry, if it is in academia, if it's in business, they are very resilient, very hardworking. They don't need supervision. They work, and every employer is happy about a Kenyan. I have not had Kenyans who are embezzling funds from their employers or absconding from duties. You Kenyans, you make us very proud. So I want you to continue like that. Let us collaborate. We want to see how best we can get the best out of this country. We have knowledge here, and the knowledge here could be better than the knowledge back at home. And I want to encourage you to share that knowledge. Let us transfer the knowledge that we get from here back home in Kenya. Let Kenyans participate, and let them also benefit from the knowledge that you have. If it is in health, and I know many people here are in the health industry, can you transfer that knowledge back home? Education. Anybody who has knowledge of an opportunity, any opportunity, if you have any linkage to any university where they're able to give opportunities to our children, please tell us, let us know, so that we can bring more children to come here to study. Employment opportunities. If it is nurses, if you have opportunities, if you know agents who are able to bring nurses from home or other health professionals from home, tell us, we will be able to organize. Teachers, the same thing. Because I'm aware there are agents, there are schools which allows teachers to come here. So let us assist each other, because this world is wide. It is very wide, it is enough for all of us. Don't get a knowledge and fail to share with people. Let us share. We're living very interesting times in this country. When I came in, I handed my papers of credentials to the former president, President Joe Biden. Now, the President Trump is in. And his style of leadership is a very pragmatic leadership, very practical. He calls us as ambassadors and says, what does your country have to bring to the table? That is a practical way of doing things. When he says America first, it is a reflection. You should also reflect upon yourselves and say, what is it there for us? So the work of an ambassador is to ensure that my country gets the best from our relationship between my country, Kenya, and the US. So we go to the table to ensure. To put you up to speed, our trade minister, Minister of Trade, is coming in the coming week with this team, with the peers of trade. We have engagements with the US trade representative. We want to see whether we can craft a trade agreement between Kenya and the US, because we want to trade with the US. We have goods in Kenya we want to bring to the US, and we can only bring when we have favorable trade terms with this country. And so far so good. Kenya, when countries were given tariffs, Kenya was among the least. We were given 10%. That is the minimum. Other countries have been given 40 something, 50. Another country was given 100 and what? You know that. But we are hoping that it remains there, 10% doesn't go very high. And even if whatever it happens, let us be among the bottom. And I want to tell you, in my conversations with the government of the US, Kenya is seen in a good state. We are in good books here. We are in good books. You know why we're in good books? Because your record is good. There are no dangerous criminals from Kenya. Of course, there are small things I have to tell you. Overspeeding, drunk driving. I don't know. Tell people here. Because I was very eager to find out what are these offenses that face Kenyans. I don't, of course, mind about anywhere else, but for Kenya, I ask, what is these offenses that really affect Kenyans? They say small ones, but they're also criminal offenses, isn't it? Even if they are small, overspeeding, drunk driving, domestic issues, even domestic issues. But let's say domestic kutoka Kenya baga. I'm a culture shock. So those are the things that are affecting you. I have never seen a robbery violence. I've never seen murder. I've never seen terrorism. It's not there. Those small few, so we can talk amongst ourselves. We just ensure that we forget about those small ones. Yes. We shall party sana wachana kuendesha gari. Fika nyumbani mama akikwambia kitu msalimia tu mwambie wewe unajua kwa nini? Kina mama mko? Nimesema kitu. So that is what I want to say about. Generally, I think we are doing well as a country. We will proceed. Now, I was talking about trade. This is something that's very dear to me. We want to ensure that we do trade. So, gentlemen, those who are in business, we want to ensure that we bring coffee to this country. Coffee, tea, avocado, and flowers. There's a huge market here, but there's a disconnect between Kenya and here. That's why the Minister of Trade is coming next week, and the Minister for Agriculture, Mutahi Kagwe, is coming in September. And he wants to meet players of tea, coffee, avocado, any agricultural goods, the Minister of Agriculture. So I'm announcing to you now. So if you are dealing in those industries, those crops, or if you are a partner to a player of those, that sector, please let me know so that we can put you in so that you can attend that meeting. Because we want to know as a country, how best can we help our people here to penetrate the market of this place? Because the market is there. Everybody's drinking tea, everybody's drinking coffee. So let us all. Finally, I want to ask you kindly if there is any information that you have which you think I can benefit from it as an ambassador, as embassy, let us share those information. Because information is not only one person. Let us all share information so that we are able to see how best we can better our lives here in this country. And young men, avoid being loners. Don't go it alone. This country is very interesting. If you don't get company, if you don't belong to an organization, a church, or a group, you can easily disappear. We have had cases as an embassy. Many times we hear cases of people who have discovered much later because they are loners, they don't belong to a church, they don't belong to any community, they just disappear like that. So I want to ask you, in your ages, and you go to university, ensure that you have a good circle of friends. Circle of friends who know your parents. Yes? Circle of good friends, not bad friends. So that if one day somebody sees you, your father will be able to know, your mother will be able to know. If there is an issue, because mental issues are real here. And let us face it. Because you may want to carry so much in you, and you may not manage. But if you share your issues with your parents, with your friends, they will be able to help you solve it. So don't say I am able to solve by myself. No, let us all share these things together. And I don't want to say more than that. I want to just say thank you very much. I want to thank the organizers for finding it fit to welcome me for this occasion. And as I always say, and you know me, anywhere a Kenyan activity is, because I am a Kenyan, Kenya is my business, and I will always come. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.